How many of you have parents and you've seen things where you're becoming a little more concerned because their memory is starting to slip, or maybe their mind's not quite as sharp as it was? And how many of you are the parents, are the grandparents that you notice that yourself? And how many of you ever want to be a burden for your other family members? So this is one of those things I see clinically all the time, where people are under tremendous stress because they're having to care for an elderly relative who's got Alzheimer's or dementia. And if you're that person, I want you to pay really, really close attention, because from what we understand, that Alzheimer's is largely preventable. It is largely a disease of lifestyle and choice. It is not a genetic disorder. And what I'm about to show you is going to provide you with clear evidence to help hopefully impact people in your family. But you can see here, physical exercise. Cerebrospinal fluid clearance is essential for maintaining a healthy brain and cognition by removal of metabolic waste from the central nervous system. So how does your brain and spinal cord, how do they detox? Because they have a fluid around them called cerebrospinal fluid, CSF. Okay? Movement is how that happens. As you move, as you walk, your tailbone has 8 holes in it, and nerves enter into those holes. And as you walk, your tailbone has this circular kind of figure 8 motion that is tugging at those nerves. And that tugging action is a physical action that pumps cerebrospinal fluid around your spinal cord and brain. And motion's required for that. Just like your cartilage doesn't have a blood supply and can't get nourishment without movement, your CSF can't clean itself. Your brain and your central nervous system can't detox the burden of normal metabolism without motion and movement. And that's what this is saying. So in this results, we show that there are 2 intrinsic CSF egress pathways of the dura mater and the lower parasagittal dura. The adults with an active lifestyle had greater intrinsic CSF outflow. In other words, they were cleaning their brain better. They were cleaning the toxins out of their brain than adults with more sedentary lifestyle. However, after increased physical activity, the sedentary group showed improved CSF outflow metrics. The improvement was particularly notable at the lower parasagittal dura. So it's not too late, is my point.